Hey, what's up guys, it is Saintsfan and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be talking about my thoughts on Destiny because a couple of you guys did ask, and I kind of just want to put this out there just before I start getting into more tutorials and gameplays and stuff like that. And I'll try to keep this as short as possible, but overall I'm having a blast with this game. I've said it, in the live streams and in a couple videos, it's really fun, especially because I am playing with friends. Now that's kind of the one downside I can see to this game. If you do play solo, I can see how it's boring and you wouldn't want to play it, but I think the social aspect of this game really makes it shine. And people do compare it to Halo, Borderlands, all these other games, and yeah, it does take some stuff from that, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I think people are hating on this game because that it is so similar to some of these other games, and it's kind of not fair, but I guess people are just going to do what they want to do. But getting into what I'm actually having the most fun with is actually multiplayer. I was not expecting that because I'm not a big Halo guy or anything like that. I like the Call of Duties, Battlefields, the gun, or the military shooters that are sort of realistic and not the ones with the shields and stuff. But I'm actually having a blast. The skill gap, I love that. I know some people kind of don't, but it makes the game so you have to be good in order to actually do good. You can't just get lucky, get a kill streak or something. Plus, I really like the way they incorporate the character from story mode to multiplayer. Now, somebody did correct me or tell me that actually in the normal multiplayer, I guess the rare weapons and stuff that you get in single player or in story mode, their stats doesn't necessarily transfer to multiplayer, because obviously there's some that are freaking amazing and you'd be overpowered in multiplayer, so it is balanced. But there is the Iron Banner in multiplayer, which will make that stuff that you get, all these rare loots and stuff, you can actually use their abilities and use them to their full, I guess, power, or whatever you want to call it. So that's definitely going to be interesting. The people who find the better loot will probably do better, which I don't know if that's fair or not, but that's why it's a separate, I guess, game mode besides the normal multiplayer. So I'm definitely going to have to check that out because that seems pretty interesting. But I like the way you can sort of change your class on the fly. That's pretty cool. The whole skill system is definitely interesting in multiplayer. Now, as for the maps, there's a couple of the maps I don't like. There's a lot of big maps, and for 6v6, I wish they weren't as big, especially for team deathmatch, free-for-all. I really don't like those game modes in this game. Domination, that's the one that I am having fun with, just because Domination, a lot more people are going for flags, people are moving around, and I find it overall just more fun playing that. Now, I don't know if there are more game modes. If there are, let me know in the comments. I haven't figured it out. I know I think there's a 3v3 in addition to the team deathmatch and the free-for-all and domination. But other than those four, I don't know if there's any more. But overall, like I said, I definitely am having a blast in multiplayer. Now, moving into the single player or story mode, I actually thought this would be the part that I would enjoy the most, but I'm actually not really paying attention to the story as much. And I don't know if that's sort of me just because I'm streaming and not really paying attention. I'm trying to talk to the chat and everything. I don't know if that sort of affects it, but for sure the story is not really interesting to me. I do like playing I guess I would call it story mode, just because it's not really single player, because you can play with 3 friends in your fire squad, including yourself. But the story mode is definitely interesting because, like I was saying, I like games like Borderlands and these other games, I guess RPGs or whatever you want to call them, where you can go out and get rare loot and farm bosses for a certain gun and stuff like that. And I want to make my character the most unique possible. So getting the custom armor and the super rare armor. I don't even know what I think there's uncommon, then there's rare, and I think there's one after rare. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But that's what I like about this game, and especially the fact that it carries into multiplayer. It's not just like you're doing it for story mode and it's just worthless. That's one thing I really do like. Now, I think I'm about halfway through, I guess, the story, if you want to call it that. So I haven't done, some of the tougher bosses. But one thing that is kind of cool is that on, the different planets and the moon, there's different enemies. So that's definitely nice to see. It's not just the same enemy over and over again. And some of the bosses that I have faced so far, they are, pretty tough, which I like to see as well. I don't like to have bosses that you just run through. I want a challenge when I play these games. And from what I've been told and from what I've seen from other people, is that once you actually complete the game once, I think, or once you get to a certain level, there's a separate couple of missions or something that you can play them even harder. And I don't know, it just seems cool. Now, like I said, this is my first impression, so who knows in a week or two if I'm gonna feel the same. because I don't know if this is just like the honeymoon stage, if you want to call it that, where there's not been a game out for a while, and pretty much anything right now will seem good. But like I said, I definitely am having fun with this game. Would I recommend it? I would say if you have friends to play it with, yes. If you don't, just look at the game, watch a couple videos, see if you would, if you were like those type of games, I would. If you don't, then, you might want to pass on it. As for, which consoles and stuff, obviously next gen stuff would probably be better than a PS3 or Xbox 360. So if you are getting them on that, then just know they're not going to look as good, and I think some of the stuff is downgraded, although I think there is an upgrade special until January where if you do get it on the 360 or PS3, you can upgrade it for free to the next gen copy before, I think it's like January 15th. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but that's what I've been told from a couple of people. I do have it on PS4, and surprisingly, the launch, it's been pretty good. I don't know if it's dedicated servers or not, but everything's going pretty smoothly. The graphics are amazing for this game. I really love the set pieces and just the world it's in. A couple of times I'll be going through a dungeon or, exploring and just looking around, like, and seeing this giant moon or, Earth from a distance, or like this giant cave, and it's pretty cool. And it definitely puts you in a really nice atmosphere. But those are pretty much all my first impressions on this game. Let me know your first impressions or your thoughts in the comment section. From what I've seen, it's sort of been like half and half. Some people either really do like it, or some people like really hate it. And there's not been too many in between or in the middle ground people. So I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Again, like I said, there's probably going to be a live stream going on either right when you're watching this video or maybe an hour or so after it goes up. Not sure when I'm going to put this up, but just go check out my Twitch for that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Share it with all your friends so they can let me know their thoughts on Destiny. And subscribe so you don't miss out on any other Destiny videos that I'll do in the next couple of days. But as always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.